Oh yeah.
Hello my gaming family and welcome to another video. FPS is not my favorite genre, to be honest. I prefer medieval fantasy RPGs, but from time to time I like to switch from sword and shield to rifle and just go and shoot around. Don't get me wrong with this. When that happens, I usually play Destiny or Call of Duty Warzone, sometimes maybe Fortnite or PUBG, but this time was different. About a year ago, I covered one really interesting game that actually coming from a country. Now, 1 year later, I had honor to become small part of their team, and also a few days ago they released a Ripout beta testing and gave a chance for people who wanted to try this game to actually play it and also test the game and search for bugs. Considering I'm in that FPS mood now, this was perfect and I actually spent quite some time playing Ripout, and you know what? The game is pretty good. So, what is Ripout? Ripout is an online co-op horror FPS developed by Pet Project Games and will be published by 3D Realms. In this horror shooter, you as a player will be able to fight your way through procedurally generated derelict spaceships filled with all kinds of mutants. To be honest, in this type of games, story is not in the main focus, so here is how the developers shortly describe the story behind this title. After genetically engineering a powerful but dangerous weapon to fend off alien invaders, humanity falls victim to its own creation. You wake up in the year 2084 as one of the last surviving Earth soldiers, the fate of humanity resting in your hands. Will you preserve mankind's legacy, or will our race end up consumed by the Sentinel Cell? Okay, futuristic, aliens, humankind on the verge of extinction, perfect material for an horror FPS. What is really more important is the gameplay and some cool features this game possesses. First, the reconfigurable enemies. This is really interesting, cause the enemy variety is a really important segment. No one, literally no one, allows to go around and meet only one or two types of enemies. It gets boring really fast, and no matter how good game is, trust me, you will quit playing sooner after you start. If you have a couple of NPC models, but you want more, then a reconfigurable enemies feature is very welcomed and highly appreciated. In Ripout, this feature will allow enemy mutants to straighten their alien bodies with rogue technology and other smaller monsters, which looks really cool but also really scary and intense when you come across them. Another really cool and awesome looking feature is living pet gun. Yeah, you heard it right, your gun is actually alive and it's also your pet. Throughout the game, you will be able to choose between different firing modes for your pet gun and use it as a traditional blaster or to send it at your enemies in its pet form to tear them off and harness the power of their biotech. In both ways, this gun looks absolutely amazing, and while in pet form it can be really useful in combat. Also, I need to mention that while in pet form you will be automatically switched to your sidearm until pet gun finishes its attack. So when it comes to my gameplay experience, bearing in mind some bugs, which is totally understandable cause the game is in beta version, I really spent some quality time in the game. First of all, it was really difficult to get used to the fact that I actually need to save some ammo and look for every single bullet. This aspect additionally increases the intensity and tension in the game. Also, what was really shocking to me is the difficulty itself. Don't expect that you will run through the game just by smashing your left mouse button and easily shoot and kill enemies. I entered the game with that attitude and I was so wrong, guys. Also, you need to pay a lot of attention on critters. There are small creatures running around doing you no harm, but it's freaking hard to hit them. First of all, when I noticed that they are doing no damage to me, I started to ignore them. Until I realized that their actual purpose is to attach to bigger creatures and make them much stronger. Damn, that was shocking. Anyway, when it comes to the visuals, I really like the style and design of Ripout. It reminds me of games I used to play back in the days when I was younger. Games like Quake, Unreal Tournament, Wolfenstein, Doom and etc. And I really enjoyed having the feeling I used to have while I was playing those games. Everything contributes to that spooky atmosphere, and I really think that Ripout, when it comes out, will be one hell of a horror game. Upgrading weapons and armor is also a great feature this game possesses, and you will constantly come across new schematics that you will be able to use in upgrade section later. Also, when it comes to those small annoying creatures called critters, While their purpose is to attach themselves to bigger creatures and make them significantly stronger, with your pet you will be able to catch them and drag them back to you, which will give you temporary abilities. The developers put a lot of importance on co-op mode that, after I tried it, looks super cool and super fun, but have in mind that no matter you are not alone and you are playing with other people, doesn't make the game less scarier. The constant light blinking, doors glitching out, spooky noises and jump scares on almost every step will keep you tense all the time, no matter you play alone or in team. Anyway, Ripout is a game with tons of potential, and I will definitely cover it when it comes out. I will probably make a few more videos with some new updates soon, and will probably do a couple of live streams too. The planned release date is around February next year, which is not that far at all. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and in case you want to support the channel in the long run, consider becoming a Patreon. If you like, of course. All the links are in the description, and I'll see ya in the next one.